Hey everybody, welcome back to Summit Railway. Fall has definitely arrived around here. We've got a significant drop in temperature and a lot of rain the past couple of hours. Today I have planned something special for you. We are going to talk about the most asked questions about my garden railroad and this project, and we will combine it with a layout tour that was also requested oftentimes. So today you get both. But first, let's meet up with the track inspectors. Hey guys. Yes, there you are, hard at work. So those are Paluana chickens. They are very small, and I call them my track inspectors since they inspect all the works that I do on the layout. We've got 5 of them. 4 of them you can see right here, and I don't know, the 5th one is hiding somewhere. Ah, there you are. Here it is. Yeah. That's that. Let's move on to the main project site. This is the big station area. I call the station Schneidersheim, and that's where I've worked most of the time this year. We've got 2 platforms, as you can tell, and a nice station building. I got a lot of questions where I bought it from, and it's simply bought off eBay. There is only one problem I can see with this building, and that's it is made out of wood. So we will see how long it can hold up with the weather conditions. Then next up we've got my scratch built lanterns. This part, the lantern part itself, is bought from Beli Beko, and the shaft and the top is made by myself. There is a whole video alongside that theme on my channel, so you are more than welcome to check it out. The next question I get a lot is that my platform edge is rusting and that I should have painted it. But in all reality, I like the looks of it when it is rusty. So it will stay like that. It will continue to rust on the surface. This is more than plenty strong enough to have a little bit of rust on it and still be able to work. So I'm guessing I don't have any problem the next 15 years plus. I've also installed all the signals. Those shunting signals and the main signals are manufactured and bought from Franz Becker. It's a nice guy and he makes very nice signals. Up here we've got my signal box. It is manufactured by Polar G, and it is a building which they don't produce any longer, but I was able to get it from eBay, not even used, it was new, so that's nice. Here you can see some cables, and those will be for additional lights. I will have more than the platform lights. I will also have additional lights between the tracks, so you can see the switches when it's dark. This area up here is a freight area, which I have to construct at first. So as of today you can see 2 tracks and nothing more, but there will be additional buildings and a freight area will be established at that, but that's not my main priority right now. Since I now have installed all the signals. By the way, those are the main outbound signals. They look fantastic, I like them very much. But since I've installed those signals, my main work is in here. That's my signal box. And as you can tell, it is empty right now. Well, it's not completely empty. There are all the wires which I have to connect. I now have installed a DC converter to power my outdoor lights in the buildings and on the platforms, which is nice. And up here will be a screen which can display every information I need. So you will be able to see which track is occupied in the station, and you will be able to change all the switches and signals from this display, which will be connected to a computer. But more on that in future videos. That's a project I'm working on right now. Going back to the station area, we've got the water tower, which is also manufactured by Polar G, and we've got a locomotive shed, which is really nice, and this is manufactured by Große Modelle. He does a really good job making nice buildings for the Garden Railroad. They are expensive, don't get me wrong, but they are totally worth it. So what else to tell? Oh, I've got a question about a drainage problem. So the way I do it is I have this gravel, and when I dig down way on the bottom of the gravel, you can see a pond liner. And we've got a tremendous amount of rain the last couple of days, and as you can tell, on top of the pond liner it is damp, but there is no standing water. So many of you have told me I will have a drainage problem since I've put the pond liner down here, but that's simply not the case. It works fine. The station area from one end to the other is round about 15 meters in length, and it is roughly 2.5 meters in width, and it tapers down. It gets much smaller in the back corner. Just to give you a rough idea how big all this is. And we've got a platform length of 6.5 meters. The longest platform, I should say. This one should be around 3.5 meters, but I haven't measured it quite exact. Okay, that's all I can tell you right now about the big station area. If you have any more questions, please write them down in the comments. I will be more than happy to answer them. But for now, we will continue our journey along the track and see what the rest of the layout looks like. So right here, I should do a little bit of weeding, but that's not too much work. Let's follow the track. This down here was a pretty tight spot to build. We've got the lantern, which I can't remove, and we've got a side shielding, I don't know how you would call this, and I had to go in between. This was the only place I could fit the track. Regarding the track, I've got a lot of questions what track I'm using, and this is Teal Flex track. So it's manufactured by Teal, I've got their switches as well in the big station area up here, and down there I've got pico switches, which I will show you in a little bit. Here is one of my railroad crossings. I've got a lot of comments that this will crack and won't hold up, but we've had one winter at least, yes, one winter and a whole summer, and you can't see any cracks. This looks very nice and just like new. So let's follow the track. This is very nice, I like to see that. The moss growing between the tracks, it looks very nice and natural. And down here it seems like there is a second station, but regarding the signal box which I'm building up there, I've shown you that one just a few minutes ago. Regarding to that signal box, this is all one station. So the question where the entry signal will be, this is the last switch of the station. There will be 2 outbound signals and the entry signal will be way down here. So basically this whole layout which I have built up to this point is one big station area. But that's fine, we will make this layout bigger and then we will have more than one station. This freight building right here is also manufactured by Große Modelle, and it was originally planned to be set in the cargo area up in the big station area, but something went wrong when I got the measurements regarding the width, and it simply won't fit up there. So I had to come up with a new idea, and this was the new idea. I have established a whole new cargo area down here with the dimensions of this building in mind. So now it sits right here and it looks great. We also got some weathering going on at the cargo area or freight area here. This of course will be set up with freight, and a crane is coming right here and all that good stuff, but I'm not quite there yet, since we need to install wiring for the signals and lights and so on. That will be an upcoming project for the next weeks, and it will be a big one. Down here the track ends at the moment, but of course I have plans for the future to expand the layout down here. There you can see the spoilings from the big station area. I had to dig out a whole bunch of dirt, and those are some leftovers. But basically I will have some tracks right here, crossing around here, and then we will make contact to the track there. Regarding the power supply for my layout, I first had to install a whole new electrical panel and some proper lights, which you can see right here. That's amazing. Beforehand it was dark inside here. And then I've installed this electrical box which houses the power supplies. We got two 20 amp power supplies, 24 volts, and they are responsible for powering the whole layout. That includes my Massot D-Max 1210Z digital central station, which is connected to the tracks, of course, and I have also installed a programming track so that I can program locomotives on the fly. So take them off the layout, put them inside here, and then you can program. Yeah, what else to say? This is the power supply. We've got the two main switches to power, to switch on the power supplies, and here we've got circuit breakers and a in Germany we call it FI Schutzschalter, a personal safety device. So yeah, I will look it up. You will see it underneath the video how it's called, but it's in there, and this is how it looks. That's the main power supply for the whole layout. I also get asked a lot when this project will be finished, and I can tell you right now, a garden railroad is never finished. But to give you a brief insight, I would call it, right now, as you know, I'm working on this station area, especially the signals and the signal box. I've purchased, or I need to purchase, the decoders for the switches and a lot of different supplies to mount inside this box. So I expect this box to be finished in February or March 2025, so next year. Until then, I need to make sure that I have wired up this whole section of the layout. I need to install the signals and the isolating connectors, which will isolate certain track sections like this switch, to be able to tell the computer when the switch, for example, is occupied by a train. This will be installed all across here, and that needs to be done before I can finish up the signal box. And this will wrap up my little Q&A layout tour. I hope you've learned something today, and I'm sure there are more questions, so feel free to write them down in the comment section below. Other than that, the weather is nice. I will get right back to work on this layout to make some progress, and we will see us in the next video. Bye!